Thank you for being here and hosting with me tonight and being my special guest. So I'll let you have it. Thank you.
Rachel, you're muted. Whoever's talking right now, you're muted.
Whoops. Thank you. Sorry about that. I was saying actually, Sabrina, what you guys are hearing in the background, and she has a singing plant. So it's playing music. It's like the energy frequency of the plant gets translated into music. So I think that's pretty cool. So anyway, here we go. I just want to, thank you all for coming and say that, Purium is completely, radically, totally changed my life. And I'm going to share with you guys a little bit about my story and how I came to Purium. But I also want to just sort of talk a little bit about the company and share the mission and vision of this incredible company that I've been part of for the last 5 years. So I'll share both my story, I'll share about the company. We're going to talk a little about the ultimate lifestyle transformation and this opportunity that's here. So starting with the mission and vision, I really love to, I wish I could actually show you guys David Sandoval and have him actually come and speak and you guys could be swept away, because he's literally the founder of the company. He's literally one of the most extraordinary human beings I have ever met. And Amy Venner, who is his business partner, is another extraordinary person. And we all call her the heart of the company. And they are just two amazing people. And to give you an example of how amazing they are is, who has seen the USDA organic food? Who knows that label, the USDA organic food label? Just raise your hand if you've seen that label before, okay? It'd be pretty much everybody. And I hope that you guys all use that to shop. You guys look for that when you shop for food. You're like, please have that USDA organic food label. I want to tell you guys where that came from. Dave and Amy literally lobbied to get that across the entire nation. There's still somebody off mute. Sorry, I just want to make sure everyone's muted. Across the nation to make sure that we got that label so that we could distinguish food from things that we shouldn't be eating. So we now have this organic food label, and then there's the things that we shouldn't be eating, which is everywhere. Like restaurants, we have, herbicides, glyphosate, which is in Roundup. It's sprayed all over the vineyards that I live on. And it's also sprayed all over the parks that our kids play at. And this stuff is also sprayed just on the sidewalks and around anywhere there's herbs, there's weeds, weeds, things growing, and that you don't want them to grow. And so it's really impossible almost to avoid exposure to this toxin. And this toxin literally wreaks havoc on the gut and is really responsible for the increase of disease in our culture, in our country, and around the world. So it has become ever more important to detox, to find ways to remove all the different types of toxins from our bodies, including if you're at the gas station and you're pumping gas, you're actually storing all of those fumes in your liver. So we are accumulating all these toxins every day in our lives in our liver. And so it becomes more and more important to remove these toxins. And we're going to talk a little bit later about one of our special important products, which is called Biomedic. And I'm going to let Celeste have the floor on that one a little bit later. But this is our flagship product that actually removes glyphosate from the system. It literally removes 75% of glyphosate in 6 weeks, our studies show. We have studies by doctors, double-blind studies that show that this actually removes toxins. You can't wash glyphosate out of your food. You can't wash it off of your food. You can't cook it out. This stuff is pervasive, and it is literally causing havoc on our world. And so we are seeing a rise in diabetes, cancer, all different kinds of things. You guys have probably heard about the recent lawsuit with Monsanto, $200 million lawsuit for a man who came down with, what is the kind of cancer? Is a specific one, I want to say, lymphoma. And
Hodgkin's.
So, Hodgkin's, thank you. So this is literally, this is what the times that we live in. And then now we've got, the COVID virus that is threatening people, and everyone's concerned about their immune systems. So now more than ever, we also need to protect our immune systems, and we need to find ways to still kill viruses in our system, pathogens in our system, boost our immune system. And so this is, you know, really important time to be thinking about detoxing, to be thinking about how we can boost our immune system to fight against anything that we do get or that we don't want to get, so that even if we do get something, it's not going to take us down. So this is one of the reasons I'm so passionate to be here today, as well as why I'm so passionate to help other people and share this with other people. But what I wanted to do is actually have a couple of people share their stories. Sabrina has an amazing story. Celeste has an amazing story. I kind of put Solimar on the spot to tell her amazing story. But I'd really love to start with actually having Sabrina, if you could start by sharing your amazing story of, you know, what it was like for you. If you could just tell us, like, what was it like for you before you did the ultimate lifestyle transformation? What was your life like? How was it, you know, kind of briefly, but like, what was it like? And then what happened? How has it changed? Like, where are you now? It's pretty inspiring.
So, yeah, thank you, Rachel. Yeah, I did the products because my body knew before, my brain knew, and I just trusted that. And I took the products for 2 months, but the biggest thing that I noticed is my pain. I would walk around with pain in my body. I've had 2 surgeries on my right knee for ACL reconstruction, and I would walk around with the pain level on a scale of 1 to 10, like a 25. And when I started taking the products, my pain level became so manageable. And even now, I was having trouble walking and doing the things that I did. And I'm a very, very active person, and I would just struggle through it. And I don't like to take any pain medicines or anything like that. And so my pain level, I noticed, first of all. And then the other thing that happened is I was going quite gray in the top, my whole top of my head was very gray. And after using the products for about a month and a half, well, actually a month, I started noticing, and I was kind of getting a little bald, patchy spots in the top of my head right here. I was having to change my part, you know, like we all do. And I started noticing all this new growth coming in and dark hair coming in. And this is all natural. I quit coloring my hair about 3 years ago, because every time I would color my hair for 4 to 5 days after, I couldn't talk. I couldn't say a full sentence. I couldn't have my brain connect with my brain and my words and what I wanted to say. And my hair started coming back. And the other thing I noticed was my sleep. My sleep really got so much better. I didn't have trouble sleeping or staying asleep, but I was just a 4 to 5 hour kind of sleep kind of person. But the sleep that I was having now changed. The quality of it changed. And I started to sleep better and deeper. And when I'd wake up in the morning, I could literally feel every cell in my body rested, which was different than before. Before I would wake up, boom, and I was gone doing everything that I needed to do. Couple of other things is I just happened to have a doctor's appointment, and I went in for a checkup, and they do the usual blood work and blood pressure and all of that. And my blood pressure, they came back with it being normalized, and I made them do it 3 times. I said, no, that can't be right. Because when I was pregnant with my twins 27 years ago, my blood pressure went wacko, and then they put me on several, like 4 meds, and they never could fix my blood pressure back to normal again. And this was the first time, and this was like 2 years ago, in 25 years that my blood pressure had normalized. And so I still have to take medicine, but just 1 out of, before I used to take 4. The other thing is I used to take antidepressants before, and now I don't take anything. I don't have a need for it. The aminos that we take just keeps my mood very balanced, and I don't have a need for doing any extra anything. And I'm always just very even keeled and not going into depression or anything like that. So these are just some of the things I had. And the biggest thing, I had suffered from leaky gut syndrome for like 8 years prior. So about 10 years ago, I had leaky gut syndrome. I got some bacteria. I'd gone to Mexico and picked up some stuff, and it took me 4 years, and they put me on mega doses of antibacterial, antiviral, all the stuff, and none of that fixed my gut. But after being on it for 1 month, my belly, I had a huge belly, like I was 6 months pregnant. My belly went down, and I was just like, oh my gosh, my white hair is turning dark and my belly's gone down. I don't like I'm 6 months pregnant. So those are just some of the major things that happened. I'm looking at my notes here to make sure I didn't forget anything. So those are the major ones. Those are the ones that really impacted my life. And one other thing, I added another product in on my second month when I was taking it. And I had really bad varicose veins in my thighs, to the point where I was looking at my thighs, maybe you shouldn't be wearing skirts anymore. And I noticed that after adding in this product, that my varicose veins started to go away. And even now, I take this product every day, and my varicose veins have not come back. I've still got some, but not like it was before. They've really cleared up big time. So the other thing is, because I wasn't depressed anymore, didn't have to take the anti-anxiety, or I never took anti-anxiety, antidepressants. My mood is better. My outlook is better. It's just, everything's uplifted. And I teach Kundalini. So, I've just had all these health benefits. So I think that's everything, Rachel, that I wanted to say. Oh, one other thing, my skin. People said, what are you doing? You're looking younger. And I say, oh, I'm youthing. So my skin has cleared up. Not that I had acne or anything, but it just has, people say that it has a glow. And so I've noticed that my skin feels healthier, tighter. People ask if I'm doing collagen, and no, I'm not. But that's the other thing. And energy is out the wazoo. So before, I was, Rachel asked me, so what were you doing before? And I said, well, I was doing, the difference is, instead of doing 20 things, I'm doing 30 or 40 now. So anyway, I'm going to give it back to you. Thank you for letting me share my story. And that was a lot.
Your story is so inspiring, Sabrina. It's mind-blowing. When you tell your story, it's like, oh my God, that is so many changes that you had. And I just want to clarify, when she says 20 things versus 30 things, she means like how many activities she could do in a day, because she's always been a busy person, even when she couldn't walk. But now she does 30 things instead of 20. So that's what she means. And the reason I'm clarifying that is because somebody asked what the product was you used, and I didn't want her to think that you did 30 products. So basically, Sue, just to answer your question, what we're talking about here is the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation, which is a 30-day launch program. It's a 30-day program that helps clean your liver, get you back into sports, and it resets you. It puts us back into an anabolic state, which is the state of building healthy tissue. That's why it's youthing. I love that word, youthing. I'm going to try to remember and coin that word. But youthing is the word because when we're building healthy tissue, we are youthing. We are reverse aging. So that's what this does for us. It's allowing ourselves to come back to homeostasis, to actually reverse and go back into an earlier state. I like to say 40s as the new 20, or the new 20s, because I'm 47, and literally I have more energy than I had in any of my, I didn't even have this energy in my 30s at all. And I am back to where I was in my 20s, literally. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that. So yeah, so thank you so much. This is the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. We're going to talk about what products are in there. It consists of 4 daily core 4 products, which at some point Celeste is going to share. And, but I wanted to take a little moment to transition over to Soli, if you wouldn't mind sharing. Solimar, with the most beautiful name in the world, Solimar. If you're able to come on and share, your story is just like recent, and it's so incredible. I would love for you to share it.
Sure, I would love to share. You guys are gonna have to bear with me. I live just north of Seattle, and like, as you can see, there's sun, so I absolutely have to sit outside, because in Seattle, those vitamin D opportunities don't come all the time. So sorry, yes. But yeah, my story. So I've known Rachel for 20 plus years. We've known each other for a really long time, and you know, life moves in ways and what have you. And we've always kind of watched each other voyeuristically through social media. And, you know, I kind of got into a position last year where I was really having some issues with my health. And it was definitely a cumulative situation of both emotional and physical. I was kind of having a lot of kind of personal challenges that I was facing, as well as not making the best choices. I had a really like kind of hectic work life. I have a kid, so all of these things made this combination of sort of disaster in a way. I was really depressed, and simultaneously, stuff started happening with my body. And one of those ways it manifested was I was getting these huge abscesses on my face, and they were so bad that I had to go to the doctor and actually get my face cut open 3 times and get it drained. In conjunction to that, I was having a really hard time around my lips with kind of a fungal infection. I went to the doctor multiple times. They couldn't diagnose anything. They really didn't have an explanation. We tried multiple antibiotics. My mom is an herbalist. She's on this call. She definitely gave me tons of suggestions and things that I tried, and there was just nothing that was really making it go away permanently. And it was like a 6-month struggle. So during this time, I'm watching Rachel, and she's just like thriving, and she's doing this incredible stuff with her transformation and her bodybuilding. And I'm just so in awe and so impressed. And I just reached out to her and I was like, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? And how do I get some of that? Because at this point I have nothing to lose, and I've tried everything I know how to do to make myself feel better. And including trying a Candida diet, something that I was really familiar with, but it was really difficult for me with this new lifestyle of the job that I had in conjunction with being a mom. Before, I was really successful at it, but I had time to meal prep and really put in the thought behind the nutrition that I really needed. And this time around, I couldn't pull it off. It was too much meal prep, too much time away from being a mom and focusing, balancing my career. And and I was depressed. So anyway, back to Rachel. So it was like, Rachel, what are you doing? And what is it? And she took me on to the ultimate lifestyle transformation. And that was my first time. And I was like, sure, let's do it. I went all in. I ordered my first nutrition pack, did the 30 days. Within 10 days, my lips cleared up. And by the time I was done, not only did my face completely clear up, nor did I have any even threats or symptoms or feelings, because I could always feel when one was going to come on. I felt nothing after that 30 days. I also lost 25 pounds as a really crazy side effect. And that was not my goal at all, but I was overweight, and I was definitely, that it goes hand in hand with depression a lot of time. And so that was one like bonus side effect. And so I went, wow, okay. At that point I had set up my smart order for the daily core 4, which I still incorporate into my daily lifestyle. And, it was November of last year that I did my first 30-day transformation. I just ordered my next one. I'm really looking forward to it because it kind of got tracked during this whole quarantine situation. But I have to say, my energy level is through the roof. And I'm 42 years old with a 5-year-old. And one of the biggest things that I love about this consistent thing in my life is that I have no doubt now that I'm going to be able to have the energy to keep up with my son, which has always been something that's been on my mind. Someday he's going to be faster than me. So I've got to keep up as long as I can. And, and the other thing is that I haven't had an issue since with my skin, and that's been since November of last year. And that 6-month struggle was hardcore. It was real. So my doctor was amazed. Like when I went and we kind of did a follow-up, I was like, nope, I haven't had any threats or anything at all. And I definitely feel to my core that was 100% because of the nutrition and the medicinal qualities that superfoods has, and just kind of changing your diet. But in conjunction to that, I think the biggest transformation for me was the emotional and the mental transformation that went hand in hand with that. Because once you start to feel good physically, you can't help but start to feel good mentally. And that was really when I was kind of able to get some things in focus, get some priorities in my life, and make some pretty serious decisions about my personal life, my career, And, you know, it's just been all around incredible. And I'm looking forward to sharing it with more people and doing my next transformation. And I have some people joining me this time on my transformation. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to share that story. So that's
woohoo! Bang, girl. Oh my God, I love it. And if you guys could see the pictures, I actually wish I had a picture of it that I could actually show you her before and after of her mouth. It's mind blowing. It's so impactful. And so, you know, Judith has some questions in there if anybody wants to drop this and some answers in the chat. But I'm actually going to take a moment. I'm going to sidetrack for a second and show you guys my screen. I'm going to show you guys some pictures, okay? So hopefully you guys can see me. If somebody can actually just give me an audio and just tell me if you're seeing my screen here in a second. I think it's going. Let's see. You guys able to see me?
I see it.
Okay, here we go. Screen sharing. Okay, give me a second. Let me show you my pictures. Oh, that's not pictures. Here's pictures. All right. So this is my friend Nova, and this is her before and after picture. And this is like, I think this is about a 6-month this is her. She did the Ultimate Lifestyle Pack, and then she stayed on the Daily Core for about 6 months. This is where she's at. This is our friend Chris, and Chris in 1 year, he lost 200 pounds, 208 pounds from January 8th, from January last year to January this year, 208 pounds, and he's still losing. This is my other friend. This is her in 2 months. Her skin cleared up in 2 months, and she was an esthetician. So this was really important to her to look the part. This is my story. Here I am before and after. This is in 90 days, literally. This is 3 months. So, you know, I'll just blow this picture up for you. You can kind of really just see like what was going on in my body. And then I lost the weight, and then I started working out. And so after I lost weight, then I toned up and I started winning competitions. So in 90 days, I got ready and won first place in a competition. So that's my before and after competition. This is my friend Mele, and she's from Hawaii. She had chemo and it poisoned her liver. So this is what happens when you poison your liver with chemo, all right? Everything that occurs on the skin is literally a reflection of what's happening in the gut. It is absolutely what's happening in the gut, okay? And in the liver, and your liver and gut and all this stuff together, okay? So this is her now. Skin cleared up, totally amazing. That's what's possible. Oops. Stories. These are just the things you can think of changing if you're trying to, we go from swiped to wiped. So sleep can change, skin changes, weight, inflammation, pain, energy, and an emotion. Like you can literally go from, you know, being depressed to like having some happy feelings, and digestion. So this is my friend Carl. He was diabetic. He's no longer diabetic, and he lost 60 pounds. So here he is 90 days later. And oh, this is my friend I met at the airport. Oh my God, he was eating too many Skittles. You can see it in his complexion. I worked with him. We did our best. And then look at him, like within an hour, he was transformed. All right. So woo, here. Okay, now we got some athletic transformations. This is my friend Ikaika. So he was trying to gain weight, and he was eating 5,000 calories a day and could not gain weight. He was eating burgers and fries and all that stuff. And, you know, I think he still looks good here, but he was literally trying to gain mass and gain muscle. So guess what? He started Purium. He went down to 2,000 calories a day and started gaining weight. And on those 2,000 calories a day, this is now what he looks like. 2,000 to 2,500 calories a day, mostly plant-based plant protein. But mostly what he did was he cleaned out the toxins that were preventing him from getting to his healthiest state. This is my friend Jennifer. She had SIBO. If anyone knows what that is, small intestinal bacteria overgrowth, that cleared up. And then here's my friend Tal. This is her story, and this is her 60 days later. So in 2 months, she was able to lose weight, transform. She now got inspired by me, and she owns a gym now. She now has a CrossFit gym, and now she's like seriously hardcore doing that stuff. So here I go. Just had to show you guys those quick stories really quick. Were you guys all able to see that? Give me a thumbs up if you're able to see those pictures. All right, cool. So that's just like, those are just a few journeys. Tell you a little bit about my journey is I am, you know, I was sick for about 9 years with Hashimotos, autoimmune disorder of the thyroid. And I was struggling with brain fog. Now, just post in the, if you guys have found the chats, just tell me, just humor me. Tell me if you've ever had brain fog or anybody who has had brain fog. Drop a 1. If you know somebody who's had brain fog. Drop a 2 if it's you. Drop a 2 if you've had brain fog. Let's just see what people got here. What about energy? Is there anybody here who could use an increase in energy? Drop me a 3 if you could use energy. Oh, Alex has Hashimotos. Thanks for telling me that, Alex. If you could use an increase in energy, drop me a 3. Okay, I think most people could use more energy. What about sleep? So if you are somebody who could use help in sleep, if you need to sleep better, if sleep is a real issue, drop me a 4. If you'd like to wake up and feel more energized, if you'd like to wake up and feel rested and you're not feeling rested, 4 is the number. Okay, sleep, rest. We want to feel rested. Okay, drop me a 5 if you could have some better digestion. I know that could be a little more personal, but we're all friends here, okay? So we really want to improve our digestion, and this is where all health starts, is really in the digestion. There was the glyphosate issue that we were talking about that I'm going to let Celeste pick up here in a second. Is the glyphosate literally is it destroys the gut microbiome, okay? The glyphosate that is sprayed, the weed killer that you see sprayed on GMO products, literally destroys the gut, okay? So stress also destroys the gut. Why does stress destroy the gut? Well, stress also produces adrenaline, and adrenaline feeds pathogens. Adrenaline feeds all the different little viruses, pathogens, bacteria that doesn't belong there, okay? So that's why when people are getting sick, if they have cancer, et cetera, they say, you need to relax, you need to calm down, we need to distress. All right, I think, and then anything else, drop it in the chat if there's something else that you're leading to. If you have migraines or headaches, let us know in the chat, so I just can make sure that I can speak to all these different things. So, all right, there you go. So long story short is I really was struggling. Sorry, I'm yelling, I get all excited, I can't calm down. So I was struggling with Hashimotos for 9 years, and I was struggling with brain fog, adrenal fatigue. I was overweight, I was bloated. My body was just like, I'm quitting. You know, I didn't even really know if I was going to live that long. To be honest with you, I was like, I don't know how long I'm going to live. And I was like, I'm certainly not going to have energy to take care of myself in my old age. I'm like, I'm certainly not going to be able to just even work when I'm in my 60s, and I'm not going to be able to retire in my 70s, and I'm not going to be able to even fend for myself in my 80s. So I literally was very concerned. Okay, good. Thanks for telling me, Dina, because we're going to address migraines in a little bit. I personally was looking for solutions, became an Ayurvedic practitioner and nutritionist because I was trying to find the way, wounded healer over here. And it wasn't until I discovered Purium. I discovered this ultimate lifestyle transformation, and I did this 30-day program, and I kid you not, okay, believe this, in the first 10 days, all of my symptoms were gone. My bloating completely disappeared. I suddenly finally went from looking, like a big bloated stomach to nothing. Hey, babe. And I literally, my brain fog disappeared. I used to not be able to finish sentences. I would forget what I was saying mid-sentence, kind of like a stoned person. I'd be like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Sorry, we'll just have to end the conversation. I used to have to spend a little time. I would talk to my friends like this. I'd be like, okay, I just hold my face in my head and go, yeah, I'm listening to you. Just, yeah, talk to me. And I didn't like to be the one talking. I just wanted to be the one listening because it was too much effort to talk. And I was taking naps all day long. I would take naps on my way to the work. Oh, honey. I would take my naps on the way to the grocery store. I would pull over, take a nap. I'd get to the grocery store, take a nap, get out of my car, go to do groceries, come back, take a nap. And then I would drive home. And then I'd get home and I'd take a nap before I went in. So, I mean, I'm not even kidding. I was like nap person. And I also was like, it was like I had, what's the word? Amnesia. Funny, how ironic. I couldn't remember the name of the word. So I had amnesia, and I couldn't remember things that happened within the last 5 minutes. I'd be literally, there'd be food cooking in front of me. I'd go, what is this? This is so delicious. This looks great. What is it? Oh, no one's home. Oh, I'm cooking. Oh, okay. So when did I start this process? When did I buy these vegetables? When did I, do this? So that was what I was struggling with, was brain fatigue, brain fog. And long story short is everything, all my symptoms ended in those first 10 days. All right. And that, when I say the 10 days, there's this part of the 30-day program, which is a 10-day cleanse. Okay. So 7 days into the cleanse, when suddenly I had so much energy, I had to work out. I literally went to the gym and I started running at my usual speed, which was 4.9 miles an hour, which actually turns out is really slow. But I was able to turn it up to 6.9 miles an hour, and I was running and I felt so good. I felt amazing. And I was just like, yeah. And I was just like, oh my God, my life has changed. I am a new person. I am happy. And I saw a smile on my face. And then I knew that everything was better because I was like, I'm smiling. And I thought, this is going to end soon. Like as soon as this transformation's over, like I'm going to go back to feeling like crap. So I'm going to enjoy it while I can. But here's the deal. I stayed on the daily Core 4 nutrition like they told me to. I stayed on the daily Core 4 nutrition. I did it twice a day for the next year. And literally, I've now been on the daily Core 4 just once a day since then for 5 years. And none of my symptoms have changed. I mean, none of my symptoms have come back. None of my symptoms have ever come back. So I've been symptom free for 5 years since that first 7 days. I'm not even kidding. Now, just to give you a little TMI, I did have problems with digestion. Constipation was an issue for me, and all that cleared up. Okay. So there's literally something that's going on here. What is it? Why does this stuff work? And we're going to go to Celeste in a second, and she's going to talk about that. And just to kind of wrap up my little piece, I'm going to share a little bit about, I was actually like so struggling. I was living in my car, but you're going to learn about what happened and how I got out of my car. So I'm going to actually take this moment. Celeste is going to share with you about what this is that I did and she's going to share her story too. And yeah, no, I refused, just to answer Dina's question, I refused to do thyroid meds because I knew that if I did thyroid medication, my thyroid would shrink. And I was terrified of losing my thyroid. And I literally was like not willing to take any medications. But I did take some things from my naturopath, which were like bovine, like natural hormonal things. And I was doing those, but I'm off of all of it now. And I have several other friends who have had Hashimotos, who were on medications, who are off their medications. I have one friend her medications have lowered substantially. And I have another 2 friends who are completely off their medications, off of their thyroid medications completely. Okay. So, my boyfriend has a question for me. I'm going to head it over to Celeste. I want to introduce you guys to Celeste. Are you there, Celeste? Looking for you.
I'm here.
Whoop, whoop. Okay, cool. My girl, Celeste. Celeste is an amazing, amazing woman. She is a Kundalini yoga teacher, and she is like also has an incredible story around, pregnancy and postpartum and transforming herself. And she is just one of like the brightest spirits on my team. We work together. We've been working together for a while, and her story is inspiring. And she is just an amazing person who also inspires me. The way you share this with the world, you've literally helped hundreds of people transform their lives through your yoga studio, through all the friends that you have and your family. Like you've just reached out to a lot of people and have helped people transform their lives. So let's hear about you and then share with us the Core 4.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Rachel. You also are a bright light and an inspiration. I appreciate you sharing and leading this wonderful community gathering in the times of COVID. Here is our community. Scroll through and look at your friends. So thank you everyone for being here, Soli, for sharing your story. I was a little bit similar to you. I'm 42 and I have a 5-year-old, and I basically was ruled by sugar cravings. I required a nap every single day, and I woke up with achy joints. And yet, because I was 95% organic and very predominantly plant-based, I thought I was healthy. I thought it was just the normal things of motherhood. The brain fog is so real. So I resisted saying yes to this nutrition for a little while because I was a little bit kind of, I'm fine. I don't need to upgrade. I'm doing fine. Well, let me just say that was not true, because within 48 hours of having this daily nutrition in my body temple, I was blown away what I like to say is the lights came on when I didn't even know that they were off. So I all of a sudden was not requiring naps, and I had energy to be with my kids, and those achy joints completely went away, bloating. What? Is this too good to be true? No, it's not. When you give your body what it needs on a daily basis, it knows how to come back into homeostasis. So it's such an honor. And I jumped right in and shared with a lot of people, and have been blessed to help a lot of people. And it's my mission and purpose to continue to do so. So thank you everyone for taking the time to be here today. I would like to go over the daily core for nutrition. David Sandoval, world-renowned author of the Green Foods Bible, has phenomenally formulated these daily core products. And so what I want you to know is the Super Aminos 23, those are pre-digested vegan protein. And the brilliance of that is the anabolic state that it puts your body in. And we like to say, keep these by your bedside table and take them first thing in the morning. Whoever mentioned that they had migraines, this is intricately linked with helping migraines. For me, it was cold sores I would get every month. And because of the amino acid blend, I no longer get those. And so they are brilliant at tonifying the muscles, building the muscles. They are approved in the proprietary patent that we have access to. It is called Master Amino Acid Patterning, and it is in the physician's desk reference. So this is just a brilliant product. And because it's pre-digested, your organs get a break. So you're receiving with 5 tablets about the size of a chicken breast that would fit in your hand. It converts into that amount of protein, but it's not taxing the organs that normally process protein. So it's a brilliant, brilliant way to get high potency nutrition. And so that's our aminos. And we also have, so essentially think aminos, protein, and then the other components are fruits and veggies. So our fruit I'm going to talk about is tart cherry. And that's the only ingredient in there, organic tart cherry. And Rachel's adding a few additional things if you want to read. Super Aminos 23 is a patented formula. And if you look at Sabrina, you can see the bottle. Thank you for that. So the tart cherry, this is something that is really brilliant because it is one of the only fruits that contains melatonin, so it may balance your circadian rhythms. There's studies out there that say it has a potential to prevent breast cancer, reduce inflammation. So I know that's part of what was helping my joints. Definitely improves sleep. And it's just one of the highest ORAC rated fruits on the planet. Very, very, very 2 tablespoons is roughly equal to 33 tart cherries. So again, we're thinking, I like to call it organic fast food. You just met your daily nutrients for cherries in one serving, and we enjoy it at the evening time because it really does relax you a little bit with the melatonin. It will not make you sleepy if you decide you want to take it during the day. So the tart cherry is excellent in many benefits, and kids absolutely can use it too. So those mamas out there that are having kids having a hard time sleeping, please know it's just cherries. Our veggies. So we did protein, fruits, and now veggies. This is our power shake, and it is our most popular product. I will tell you, it tastes like heaven on earth. I will let you know it has rice bran solubles, which is the fat that burns fat. It has organic oats, spirulina, carrot juice, wheatgrass. We have some slow burning carbohydrates. They are all gluten free, but it does contain some grains. So millet, amaranth, buckwheat, and chia seeds. It is so delicious because the most popular one is appleberry, monk fruit, and it's delicious. So the intention here is nourishing, energizing, high potency with very few calories. And the core 4, Priscilla, is what we're going over right now. So aminos, we have covered. Protein, fruits is cherry, veggies is power shake, and then our grand almighty is Biome Medic. This is the game changer formulation that is pre and probiotic, and it is, thanks Alex for being here. We'll have a recording for the rest of it if you'd like to. Biomedic is nutrient assimilation, toxic elimination, and immune activation. So we know our gut is the the second brain. People, the immunity is there, 70 to 80%. You see different numbers. Same thing with the serotonin levels. It's all in our gut. And so what is amazing is this is the only product that has been third-party proven to remove glyphosate, the active ingredient in Roundup. It's made its way into our food supply, 75% of it. This product in a 6-week preclinical trial removed 74% of the glyphosate, and added bonus is that it removed 75% of the C-reactive protein, which if you know, or it is an inflammation marker. So if you go to a doctor and you have high CRP, they're going to say, let's work on that. That's a precursor to big diseases, heart disease, etc. So Biomedic is what is the cornerstone of our nutrition line. And because if your gut is compromised, and like leaky gut syndrome Sabrina mentioned, that's what glyphosate does. It goes in and helps separate and cause the potential for leaky gut. You are not receiving the nutrients, even if you're eating a very healthy diet. So I'll take a deep breath here and just ask Rachel if you want me to explain the core 4 in the context of our ultimate lifestyle transformation, or
that was definitely, yeah. If you could just,
Yeah.
So this is all part of the ultimate lifestyle transformation pack. If you could just kind of briefly go over,
I would love
just what
to.
that is.
I
Great.
would so love to. So our daily core nutrition, what I just explained to you, is what makes up the ultimate lifestyle transformation. And the intention with the ultimate lifestyle transformation is to give you a metabolic reset and alkalinize the body so that you really can do a deep cleanse, like Rachel mentioned, to the liver, to the gut. And so we have several different schedules that you can use for the ultimate lifestyle transformation. One is intermittent fasting, which is a very huge buzzword and so much science around that. Our company supports that and has a schedule for it. We have a gentle schedule and we have an accelerated version. And I'd just like to explain the accelerated because that is the one that is going to give you a new trajectory on your health journey. So it is the daily core 4 products that we mentioned, 1 time a day for the first 10 days. And then all the while you're just eating healthy, nutrient dense lifestyle meals. We call them flex foods, fruits and veggies, organic, please. Then on the 11th day, the second 10 days, you're invited to do what we call a super food immersion. Every 2 hours, you're flooding your body with superfoods. So aminos, remember we mentioned first thing before your feet touch the ground, you're getting your metabolism kick-started. So aminos, 2 hours later, power shake. You're always supplementing with flex foods. So as many celeries and cucumbers as you want, berries as you want, apples. And so aminos, power shake, aminos, power shake, aminos, power shake. You do that 3 times throughout the day. And then you're just eating those other healthy vegetables. This is the 10 days that Rachel was talking about. She jumped right into it. You will have such massive benefits here. You will feel it. For me, it's a spiritual high. By the time I'm on day 10, I'm just like, I am vibrating and so clear because of the nutrient dense cellular nutrition that I'm getting. It is such a joy to have that. So that's the immersion. It's the 10-day accelerated cleanse inside the ultimate lifestyle transformation. And then most people then would finish out the last 10 days with replacing your choice of breakfast or lunch with this organic superfoods and eating 1 meal that is really just healthy and high frequency organic. So that is the way to kickstart your life, your journey. And most people feel so amazing on that. They do decide to maintain the daily nutrition because it is so easy and helpful. So that is the overview of the ultimate lifestyle transformation. Rachel, take it away.
And
That was awesome.
we're doing the health reset to the 30 days, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was just going to say, I mean, if you were invited here by anyone, like that, we're all hosting one. This is like the spring cleaning, like everyone throughout all the cultures will do spring resets and cleanses. And so ours is very potent. So yes.
Yeah. So we have a group, we do it as a group together often. So we do them at least every quarter. And now is the time to jump into our spring reset. If you want to do it with a group, it's perfect timing. So just, reach out to whoever invited you and we'll get you connected to your ultimate health lifestyle transformation. So what I wanted to share was a little bit more about my story. I wanted to share the next part, which is I want to share a little bit about, the affiliate opportunity, because this is something that has also transformed my life. And just to give you a little sense that before I joined Purium, I was a wedding photographer. I traveled the world. It was a kind of a glamorous life. I got to stay in 5-star hotels and photograph people in the most beautiful outfits, doing the most beautiful things in their lives on the happiest day ever. And it also was really a lot of work, and it was exhausting. And I actually got sick, and I wasn't able to handle the stress of that work anymore. And so I found myself kind of like we are in COVID right now, where I couldn't pick my butt up off the couch. Only instead of I couldn't go out of the house because of COVID, I couldn't go out of the house because I didn't have the energy. So I found myself like trapped at home and really wanting to have a new career. I was like, I need to find something that I can do from home, or something that I can not have to work so hard. So I was making a great 6-figure income, but it came at a price. And there was also a certain point where I couldn't make more than I was making. And I was like, okay, I think I've plateaued, And the one thing that was really interesting is I couldn't take a break from work. So here I was sick, working my butt off. And I also couldn't stop working if I wanted to keep making income. And so then I started thinking about residual income, going there's got to be a way to make residual income. And I was like, do I have to buy a house? I'm like, God, I'm so sick. I haven't even been able to save money to buy a house. I wasn't even working anymore. And I was like, what am I going to do? How am I going to get to the next leg of my life? I know I need to figure out residual income. So that was just the word. It was almost like a mantra, like residual income. Like some people make royalties from stuff. Like what could I possibly come up with? That's going to be my $1 million idea. But at the same time that I was just realizing that I was ready to get healthy. I made a decision. I don't know if you guys have ever made a decision in your lives, but think about the time when maybe something big happened in your life where you just made a decision. This is going to change. My life is going to change. I see you still smiling over there. So but you're like, something as big is going to change. And I just made a decision. I was like, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I'm no longer going to be sick anymore. I was certain about that. I'm like, I'm no longer going to be sick, and I'm no longer going to be struggling financially. I need to be able to have a break. I need to be able to take breaks in my life. So these were the two things that I knew, but I didn't know how it was going to come. I just said, this is going to happen. I'm going to find it. It might be, maybe I'm going to find a shaman in Tibet or do a ayahuasca journey in Peru. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to change. Well, that day changed. That day came to me in the most unglamorous form. It was a post on Facebook that someone tagged me in. And I saw this woman had a transformation, and I reached out to her. She said she had a gift card. I said, I need the $50 gift card. Help me. I want to do what you're doing. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure I could use a cleanse. And like I said, 10 days later, my life changed. And at the same time, I learned about the affiliate opportunity. And I said, I could see that my friend was talking to me, and I said, I just have a feeling there's a business opportunity here. Is this a business? Is there a way that I could earn money doing this? Because I know lots of people who have health issues. I know lots of people who could transform their lives. I know lots of people who want to just feel more energy and feel better. And she said, absolutely. That's absolutely an option. And she told me about somebody in the company who was making $20,000 a month. And I said, well, that would definitely replace my wedding photography. Absolutely. If that's a possibility. And I was just like, okay, well, if one person can do it, if there's a system and a strategy, then why not me? I might as well try it. Why not? So I embarked on my journey, and I started sharing. And what's really cool is that there's no overhead. This is what I love about this business, is that it's an online business. You don't have to buy any products to sell them. They exist online, right? Or I guess they're not in the cloud. They're somewhere in a warehouse, but online connects them to you, right? So it's everything is online. And so that was the first thing that really made it seem like a possibility to me. It's like, oh, there's an online business. And then I found this amazing community. I found myself a part of this incredible, vibrant community of people who were all suddenly transforming their lives, transforming their health. And all these people wanted to help other people. And I was like, that's cool. And there was all this support. Like people were teaching me how to have an online business. I had all this support. There was all this mentorship. There were all these, there were these mastermind Zooms where I was getting training, and people were teaching me how to share this with other people, right? And so long story short, what I've decided is that I'm in the business, not just of transformation, but of inspiration. So if you've been inspired here today by anything you've heard, drop me a 10 in the box. Drop me a 10 in the chats and let me know that you're inspired. And if you have a moment, if you could like just share a little bit about something that's inspired you, drop that in the chat too. Like, what is the most inspiring thing that you've heard today? Lots of 10s. What is the most inspiring thing that you've heard? Or name a few things that are inspiring to you that you've heard on this Zoom today. And what I want to let you know is that this is something that we need more people to do, is inspire others. We definitely are a mission-based company, a company that was founded by two people who slept on their warehouse floor for 3 years, believing in their product, believing in their mission, that they wanted to help other people. And then they finally figured out a business model that could help them actually get to more people faster. So if we were in a store and we were actually at Whole Foods, we would have to pay millions of dollars to get the end caps just to make people see us. And then we would have to try to explain to them, everything, why they should buy this product, not that product. This is organic. This is how we grow it. We have organic farms. We use permaculture, blah, 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 to try to explain it so that they would be like more interested in our products. But what the founders of the company discovered was, you know what? We really want to get this into the hands of people who need it by word of mouth. People who actually have living experience, who can share this with others. And let's give the money back to the people who are using the product, rather than putting millions of dollars in the pockets of the people who are marketing, who aren't even using the product. What a great system is that? We're going to actually put the money back into the pockets of the people who are using the product, the people who are sharing the product by word of mouth. How often do we tell people about movies that we've seen? I've just told like 100 people about Game Changers and What the Health. I tell people about movies all the time because they inspire me. So if we were telling people already about movies, imagine if I got paid every time I told somebody about the movies that I've just seen, or the restaurant I just went to, or the new roller skates I just bought. If we were lived on an economy where we like shared people, our inspiration got paid for it, we would be a thriving economy all the way around. Everyone would be thriving. So I just want to invite you to consider that and think about that. I want to share with you a little bit about what I've been able to do since I've joined this company and expanded. About 10,000 people have now bought products in my organization. 10,000. Now, I'd have never met at least 9,000 of those people, maybe 9,500 people I have not even met. Yet, this is how many people have shopped on my store. Okay, so this is a thing that can grow and expand and is a really viable way to earn income, whether you just want to get your products paid for, or whether you want to share it with more people and just be a sharer, or if you're like me and you're like, hey, this is bona fide, like I need to quit my other job. This sounds good. This would be something really amazing to do. I'm here to show you how, right? So this is the people who've spoken today are on my team. We all work together. We're like a real high vibe community of people who really want to help other people. And we're here to show you guys to do the same. So if this is something that appeals to you, especially at a time when we're all locked in our houses during COVID, and you're wanting to help people boost their immune system and like help drop down this virus into some reasonable numbers so we can all get out of the house, we actually need you to be part of our mission. We actually would really love for you to join us, and we really want to help you and help other people. So that's what's available here. I personally have actually been able to support my family in the Philippines, and what's really interesting is they're in lockdown too. They're not able to work, and they're already destitute. And I've been able to keep at least 3 households fed and thriving during this time. I've sent 3 of my family members to college with my Imperium income. I have helped 2 of my family members start businesses. I have gotten my brother and my sister in the Philippines teeth. They didn't have teeth before. And my sister said when she got teeth, she said, now I can work, sis. now I can work because I can smile. And I'm like, oh my God, the things we take for granted are friggin' smiles. Just the fact that we can smile, you know, and like have teeth in this country is a miracle. And a lot of people don't have access to that. So this is something that's really exciting, you know, to be able to share with people is the nutrition, the way we can help people, and then also just helping people financially and earn income, both yourselves, the people that you love, and just making a difference in everybody's lives. So what we have right now is a really special, you know, special opportunity. And I'm going to tell you that if you buy the Ultimate Nutrition Pack, the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation Pack, we also have an opportunity where you can become a part of the business. So if you would like to, you can choose to be a customer, that's fine. But if you're interested in this opportunity and you'd like to join our team and like to work with us and get to have like firsthand, you know, one-on-one coaching and have a lot of different like support, you can join us and you can have the business for free. So in the past, the business would normally cost like $199 to join the business. And first of all, who the heck has ever heard of starting a business for $199? One that could give you a 6-figure income. Like just that overhead is really not heard of. You just don't hear of that. I can say that I went to photography school, probably spent about $50,000 on college and equipment and then websites. And then I was in debt the first 10 years of being a photographer. So I was in debt while I was trying to start a business, right? So the low cost of entry is so worth it. And it's something that is such a great opportunity that it's almost a no-brainer. So I just want to, you know, give you guys that opportunity. Thank you for joining, Leah. It's great to see you. I just want to throw that out there. The cost of the products are so incredible. I have to say we're highly competitive with any other company. So for just 2 meals a day, 60 meals, which is like about 2 meals a day for this whole pack, it's about $11 a day. So it's $11 a day for 2 meals a day for a whole month. And that includes the supplements, that includes the apothecary juice, that includes the probiotic, the biomedic, and includes some of the other things. So we have this amazing, amazing kit that if you want to just be a customer, you can order this. You can choose which shake you want, the Power Shake or the Love Shake. If you have Hashimotos, I recommend the Love Shake. My favorite flavor is the vanilla chai. There's also original flavor, which is a little more grassy. The Power Shake comes in appleberry and original, which is more like wheatgrass. Like the Power Shake original probably tastes like wheatgrass. But the Power Shake appleberry is also really delicious. And so you just decide. The appleberry shake has sweetened with monk fruit, which is great for blood sugar balancing. The Love Shake is sweetened with stevia, which is also great for balancing blood sugar. So these are the options, okay? So get with the person who invited you today, and you can use their gift code, or they can text it to you right now. But I'm gonna show you how to find it on the website. So you can go, if you're interested in becoming a brand partner, you can go to the website isharepurium.com. And if you're interested in being a customer, you can go to ishop.purium.com. So feel free to go to your phones right now so you can get that website into your phone, whichever one you want, the isharepurium.com or the ishop.purium.com. If you're going to be a customer, iShop. Find the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation, and then you're going to find that there's a drop-down menu. When you add it to cart, it's going to give you the option of choosing 2 different shakes. So it's the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation, customizable, excuse me. It's the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation, and then you have to write customizable to find the correct one, and then you can choose your shake. All right? You can choose the shake that you want. And you can choose 2 shakes. So again, if you have Hashimotos or any kind of adrenal fatigue, I highly recommend that you get the Love Shake. My favorite flavor is vanilla chai. I got 2 of those, and that changed my life. We need a little extra protein from the Love Shake, and I think that's why that one worked for me. The apothecary didn't quite work for me for Hashimotos, but it does work for other people. It's great for people who are diabetic. But if you have any kind of health issue, I want to say, please talk to your doctor. We are not doctors. We're not allowed to prescribe. We're not allowed to treat. We're not allowed to cure. But please talk to somebody, because there's sometimes a chance that you could feel over medicated. And it's important that you work with your doctor to get off your medication. And you need to know what it feels like to be over medicated. Once your body starts to come into balance, you need to know what that is so you can start to work to titrate off your meds if that's needed. So do that with a doctor, okay? But this is nutritional support to help support you and your immune system and help you with your daily nutrition so that you can come into balance. That's all I have for now. I want to thank you all for coming. I will stay on for people who have questions about the products or the business. I'd love to stay on and ask and answer those questions. But I want to thank you all for coming. I'm really, really glad that you guys, cared enough to stay on this long. It was a long meeting, but it's really wonderful to see you all. Thank you so much. Feel free to come off mic if you have a question. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. Or actually share anything that inspires you, like your guys' takeaways, questions and takeaways.
Rachel, thank you for doing all of that and speaking all of that and all your stories. And Celeste, you too, for all your stories and telling about the core four. And I think Clint is on the phone. I don't know if he wants to do it right now, if he wants to do it after. But Clint, if you want to come off of mute, if you have any questions, not to put you on the spot, but if you want to ask away, whatever you need.